Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and quick update about the update to Arena. I'm kind of liking the new features. The human draft was kind of cool, I guess. I mean, I've done them on X-Mage, it's nothing new to me, but whether it was better or worse than the AI, I'd say probably a little better. I kind of appreciated what at the time to me was a new thing, which was having like 5 minutes to pick a card if I so desired. And that, of course, was, versing the AI in the original version on Arena. But I'm used to the little time crunch too, both from, Paper Magic and from X-Mage. X-Mage, if you haven't heard about it, is like a free version of Arena, basically, and it existed way before it. It was more of a free version of MTGO, really. And you could play any format with any card. And the people who run it are complete and utter assholes. I hate them, and I don't support the game in any way because of it. Also, it's written in Java because somebody's out-of-touch college taught them a very, very memory-inefficient, useless language. Java's dying, you might as well have learned Flash programming. But like X-Mage, the new Arena patch is seeing tons of glitches. I mean, just mountains of them. And it's not just like, oh, a couple people are, reporting a couple individual problems and they're stacking up to a lot of glitches. I'm talking about individual people reporting 5 different glitches that they themselves personally saw. Now, I haven't seen much. The changing the color of your owl now takes 1 extra click for an unknown reason. The all attack button seems to be not responsive some of the time. But I haven't seen anything too bad. I haven't seen like games get suspended. I mean, I saw one where it took like 58 seconds to find an opponent, which that doesn't make any sense. And then it just said instantly the game ended in a draw. But I saw that before. I've seen that months ago, so that's not new. So luckily, I haven't seen many of these glitches, but oh my gosh, are other people reporting to me some stuff. I mean, some people got kicked out of a draft because they just got a black screen. I'm sure the support department is getting absolutely flooded, and I don't think a lot of them are necessarily working unless they're working from home, so that's a bad combination. So if you're like, hi, my entire draft got ruined because, like, the game effectively crashed, and now the computer picked for me or I got booted or whatever the hell happened, you might not hear back about that in a reasonable amount of time, so that kind of sucks. And I will say, as much as I love this update, a lot of the quality of life stuff isn't really that great, and if the consequences were, oh, we broke a bunch of stuff, maybe they should have taken a more gradual, measured, testing heavy approach. I actually thought I'd like the new system with all the different modifiers in the bottom left, but there's so many different symbols. They're kind of up to interpretation. Half the time you got to mouse over anyway, and anything that's not a vanilla creature has ... next to it, making that completely pointless. So I think it's harder to look at, more crowded, more confusing, and worse. I really thought in the initial screenshots I would like it, but they made that screenshot look really good. In real life, oh my gosh. Also, there is a theoretical exploit to the game that is so obvious that I don't feel too bad saying it. It's a potential weakness in like the structure of it that's honestly present in even GTA 5. There does not, at least to me, appear to be any kind of protection, as far as I know, to people just sitting in a draft queue forever and never hitting ready. They would just get bounced from lobby to lobby to lobby to lobby to lobby, and if like 50 to 100 people did this, they could probably shut down drafting worldwide. I hope I'm wrong about this, but 1 person in my queue of 8 did not hit ready, so when the timer expired, it just said, somebody in your lobby didn't hit ready, and then it said, forming new lobby. So, did it kick that person out of the queue? And then the question is, would a little clicker bot let them rejoin if somebody were to, do this as an attack on purpose? I think it would just say, hey, you didn't hit ready, what the hell, and then just like leave them at a menu, but 1 click could probably get them back into a draft queue where they could also proceed to never hit ready. If you ruin enough lobbies and queues, you could theoretically stop anybody in the entire game from drafting in any queue ever. So I hope that they realized this and did something about it, because whenever there's a special event in GTA 5, some absolute douchebag, and usually some modder / hacker, usually does this just as some bullshit protest. They'll make like a 16-person race queue and then just never hit start. And then people start to leave one at a time, but then, well, the biggest queue is still that one, so people will go into it. So everybody will end up in that queue at some point, and then quit, and then maybe end up in a new one, theoretically not the same one. But if enough people do it, you'll just bounce around from dead queue to dead queue to dead queue, and it will never time out. It will just sit there waiting for them to say ready. Now, some of them have a way to bypass it, where when the timer expires, it just won't care if you hit ready or not. It will just send you to the game. But there's a hack where they can just sit on joining forever. So they're joining, oh, but they haven't landed on the landing screen yet, and they just like prevent it from happening. So that means the queue gets to run eternally. And so usually people do this to protest if they don't like the event or they just don't like Rockstar, which who does? They don't do anything about hacking. Oh, and the whole game is designed to just overcharge the shit out of you with shark cards. So yeah, pretty terribly designed game. I wouldn't say I agree with trolling other players, but I agree with the protest against the company. But yeah, usually you'll just bounce around from dead queue to dead queue to dead queue to rigged queue to hacked queue and just never be able to get into a certain event. All the queues will be dead. So if somebody were to pull that crap in Arena, that would be bad. I think enough people hate Wizards that they would do this, even though, like I said, they're taking it out on other players. Like, can you not? So I'm hoping that they either hear about this or a couple people do it enough that it's on their radar and then they fix it or they do something about it. Or maybe they already did something about it. Maybe there's a timeout. Maybe there's 10 minutes before you can rejoin a queue because they're like, hey, Dick, you didn't hit ready. You're kind of disrupting other players. You get a little temporary suspension before you're allowed to join again. That would solve it. So if you were going to say, hey, new set, I can rebuild my decks, yay, let's jump on Arena and play really, really heavily. You know, this weekend I'm going to jump on it. Just be aware that it is a glitchy mess for at least some people. Quite a few people. Weird game terminations, black screens. I heard there's something going on with lands. I don't know if it's like tapping them or some people said it was the shuffler, but they always say it's the shuffler. I've noticed that they did something. Cards are grouping harder than they ever have. I'm pulling 3 or 4 of something in the first couple pulls, like almost every game. The repeats should not happen that often. I just quickly counted the number of games, the number of repeats that could occur, the number of repeats that did occur, regardless of what card it is, which always multiplies it by about 10. And even with that assistance, wow, we're getting some anomalous things happening that should not happen. So something weird is going on. I think a lot of people are just saying they're getting stuck at like 2 mana or they're drawing all mana like every game. I've seen that a little bit. It might be deck dependent, might be based on what you built. I don't know if they're doing it on purpose or if it's an accident, who knows. Just, there's so many problems right now, so I wouldn't invest a whole lot of time or money into it until they address some of this stuff. So just fair warning. And by the way, Gavin Verhey posted a hilarious article today about playing Magic with friends when you can't gather. And it's kind of cringy, it's kind of going a little far, but they're saying, hey, try to play on a webcam. Here's some tips, make your life total visible and use sticky notes and use this type of chat or angle your webcam down. Whoa. Like, really, we're all a bunch of like hyper intelligent geeks who play this game. Pretty much you think we couldn't figure out, oh yeah, you can play over webcam. But the funny thing is he mentioned that like him and his friends, when they didn't want to get together but still want to play Magic, would just call each other on the phone back in the day. And they would just try to remember the board state and keep telling each other like what they pulled and what they did and stuff. Oh my gosh, that's wild. So the point of that story was, oh, well, webcams, just jump on a phone. It pretty much has a webcam, how to angle it, how to hold it, how to do this, that, what to do, what not to do, how to get the most out of it. Pretty obvious tips, but I guess if this didn't occur to somebody, they could read this and get something out of this article. Otherwise, I think it's just like, hi, don't let the game die. We're desperate. Kind of sad, but whatever. So check out that article if you'd like a good laugh. And yeah, do try to find different ways to play. I mean, if you don't want to spend a ton of money on Arena or especially MTGO, I guess jump on Xmage or Cockatrice or Untap.in. I think those are 3 popular ones. I personally can't stand Cockatrice. The controls are so convoluted and like on a website, there's no shortcuts, no overlays, no reminders. I hate it. I couldn't even literally get it to play one game correctly. That was years ago. Xmage is a highly inefficient, absolute mess. And the community is like twice as toxic as the douchebag assholes from Germany that operate, most of the servers right now. And it got so bad that a lot of people just pulled their American servers. So good luck with that one. That one fell apart just due to community and leadership toxicity. Good job, guys. Oh, and a quick follow-up to the whole F&M at home thing. I haven't heard a whole lot of positive stuff about it. I mean, if you guys have a positive story, leave it down below. But a lot of stores are just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to, even if I'm collecting money for it and tickets and giving out the prizes and codes myself, I don't want to encourage people to play online because they might never come back when paper comes back. But they're still encouraging you to buy paper products. I've seen a lot of stores and screenshots and stuff of like sales they're doing, offers to deliver it to your house personally since gas is practically free. They're even issuing like pre-orders of Ikoria, which launches now in May in the US at least. I'm actually not even sure what is available, if even Commander 20 is available. I don't know. But do try to support them. Some are not putting in a lot of effort. They're just like shut down. People are offering to buy from them, and then even the cops are telling them to shut down. Like, you can't meet with people one at a time in the parking lot in a mask and hand them something. Like really, the store's not even open. You got to be kidding me. So some of them are getting stomped on by local laws and stuff because they're not essential, obviously. But delivery services that go pick stuff up are still allowed to operate, and business owners are allowed to be in the store without letting anybody in. So what does that combine to? The business owners deliver the stuff themselves, which is what I'd recommend if you are a store owner. But I haven't heard one single story of a store owner saying, yes, this online F&M at home thing is like the greatest thing ever. We're getting record participation and I finally got income coming in. Yay. A lot of them are like, this is complicated and a mess and people have a million questions. It's new to us too. We don't know how to run it. We're just not going to bother. And then they just give out the codes for free. That's kind of how I thought it would go. I think the program's wonderful and it's worth doing. I guess they don't think so. Whatever, it's their business. But yeah, very mixed to bad reaction to it so far, unfortunately. So that's your arena update for the day. If you've seen some glitches that you'd like people to know about and watch out for, leave them down in the comment section below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next video.